spooky season, but this is more of a serious one. To all the people thinking, good idea, it never is. It's not. These come with a set of rules on what to do. But there are more rules that you don't realise than that are written down. There's a lot more. And as somebody who's used these for over 20 years, I can tell you there are a lot more rules. And as other people who've used them can tell you, there are a lot more rules. This one has never been used, and for the reason it has never been used is because it resides in my house. It's for display purposes only. Never used. Display. When you are using a Ouija board, one, always have someone there who knows what they're doing. Number two, and this is the biggest rookie mistake that especially the younger people make. They will be playing it and having a laugh. The board is open. This person decides, I need to go to the toilet. Instead of closing the board and saying goodbye so they can get up and go to the toilet, they don't. This one just gets up, goes to the toilet. Hence, broken. You never break the circle. Now, there are people who say, oh, it doesn't matter, yeah, it's alright, somebody's fingers are still on it. No, it matters. This is broken. It's like having a circle of candles. You blow one out, that circle is broken. Same with this. Say there are 5 of you, and you're all deciding to play. Now, there should only ever be one speaker. So, best advice is, write a list of questions, give it to your speaker, and they will ask the questions. Now on to whether somebody is pushing it. Right, say you've got 5 people. If someone is pushing it, the people will feel it pushed from that side, or that side, or that side. When it's being moved, it tends to feel like it's coming from underneath. It doesn't feel like it's coming from on top. It feels like there's something underneath which is moving it. So, if you're playing it, and never play it at home, never bring the board you have played home unless you know what you're doing, and never break the circle. Because the moment it's broken, it will not close properly. That's why people who say, oh, but I closed the board and yet things are still happening. 90% of the time, I can guarantee you, somebody has decided, oh, I need to pee. Yep, no. Or someone has got scared. Yep, no. Not playing anymore. They broke it. You never break the circle. Now, I know kids will be kids, and I know adults will be adults. And some adults do not do adulting well. And they think, we've had a couple of drinks, let's pull the Ouija board out. Let's just have some fun. And they do it without thinking of the ramifications of doing it. If you are to use one of those, it doesn't matter if Becky, say, needs to take a wee. You say goodbye, all of you, together. She goes up, goes for a wee, comes back, and you reopen the board. You do not, oh, I need to wee, get up and leave without closing the board first. Because if you do not close the board and this person gets up, if you notice, there's nothing there. Nothing at all. Do not break. Never break the circle. When they say, do you know when you're in a seance and you're all holding hands and they say, do not break the circle. The reason they say, do not break the circle is if, while in the seance, you break the circle, it doesn't matter if the professional closes the seance down, there is still a connection. Same goes with the boards. There is still a connection because that person is up and gone to the toilet. So, if you're using one, never break the bloody circle. Do not do it at your home. Yes, this goes for you adults as well. Unless you are professional in using them. I'm a professional in using them, and I still will not use the one I have at home. I get what I call throwaway boards. Boards I take, I use outside of my home, and never bring into my home. But here's the other thing. Even if you're outside of your home and you break that circle, whatever you release can follow you home. So, say you decide, let's do it in a graveyard. Oh, brilliant. Amateur fools is what I would say, and what a lot of people who use them would say. I say that I've actually used one in the cemetery. But, as I said again, I was a lot younger than I am now, and I paid for it. Hence why I had to do cleansings for the lot. And trust me, when you have to do cleansings, when you have to rid your home, it's not fun. It's not, no. Because you can leave dark in with that, not just light. You maybe want to speak to a relative that is in that cemetery. Maybe you work, maybe somebody's pushing the pointer, but maybe something else is coming through and pretending to be that relative. And Becky here got scared and decided no longer to play, and you haven't closed the board. Whatever has been released can follow you. And then you have months, if not years, of cleansings, sorting your house out, getting everything sorted. White sage will only take you so far. I have many books, and I have many books for a reason. Because I know what happens when that goes wrong. I have seen what happens when that goes wrong. Now, the easiest thing to do is to not play with it. The stupidest thing to do is play with it without someone knowing what they're doing. Because, as I said, if it's one person using it, and that person needs to go to the toilet, and they decide, oh, I'm just going to go up and go to the toilet without saying goodbye, it's broken. So it doesn't matter, they can come back from the toilet, go back to it, and then wonder why shit is happening in their home. The reason shit is happening in their home is because they broke the circle. You don't do it. You use your head. You do not want what can come from those to come into your home and then have months of dealing with it until you finally cleanse the entire place. And it's not bloody easy, trust me. Common sense, please. Use your common sense. And always remember, don't play with them. Best left alone.